Wait, I'm looking there. There, that's the camera, right there. Yeah. Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming out to Roast Yourself. Before we start, I just want to say that tonight's show we are raising money for National Bailout. National Bailout's mission is to end pretrial detention and mass incarceration in America. So we like them. Hooray! Guys, I forgot to hit record on the beginning of the show before, so I'm just going to tell you what the show is right now. Guys, roast yourself. Welcome. I'm your roast host, and I hate that I came up with that name for myself. Ronny Pascale. That's me, Ronny Pascale. Guys, Roast Yourself is a show where comedians roast their younger selves while an embarrassing picture is on screen. Before we start, I'm going to read some tweets. Today I had some Twitter friends roast a very embarrassing picture of me, so that's how we're going to start the show. Take it away, Past Ronny. Computer. All right, guys, today I had some of my Twitter following write some mean tweets about me, and they wrote it about that right there. That picture is not great, I know, but all right, we're going to read some tweets from the internet. The first one is from Greg Crow, and Greg says, "You're so cool, you don't watch MTV? You wear it." All right, Greg. Sick burn. Kate Johnson says, "People in white vans haven't looked this creepy since John Wayne Gacy." Kate, that's a sick burn, but those are not vans, those are Nikes, so good try. And our third tweet is from Joe Saba, and Joe says, "Ronny looks like an 8th grade teacher trying way too hard to make physics class seem cool to his students." All right, good burns. Guys, we're gonna get the show started for real this time. Our first comedian is very funny. He's the producer of Actor's Worst Nightmare. Give it up for Sam Yakel.
Hey, everybody. Hi, thank you so much. No, really, a standing ovation in your own homes.
Sam, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm doing all right, you know?
I like your outfit.
Thank you so much. It's something new I'm trying.
Are you ready to roast yourself?
Let's do it.
That's not you. There it is.
There we are. Looks familiar, doesn't it?
It does. Nice outfit.
I mean, who dresses this kid? Look at him. Doesn't he have a comb? I admit I have not changed very much over the many years, except for I've gotten rid of the thick glasses and put in contacts, and that's about it. That's probably the only difference, I think, between a 8-year-old. I'm 8-year-old right there, and I'm now 39, so it's pretty sad. All right, let's get going here. Oh, look, everyone, a punching bag with a tie. This kid thought he was born to be a basketball player. Little did he know he was actually the catalyst for future MMA stars to get a jump on their career. This kid got beat up so much that his parents never understood why. Apparently, his parents were the ones who needed strong glasses. Look at this dingus. I understand that he's me, but I want to punch him. He's got the face only a mom could love, and the face only a cop prays they'll see in a protest crowd. I shamelessly use this picture on my dating app profiles these days, which, most girls say, how cute, but oh my God, look at this bad Halloween costume. But little do they know that's actually what I looked like, and it was not ironic. But I use it not so much to get women, but just trying to warn them that I would not provide you strong offspring. This is a cautionary tale. The seeds are tainted. I know he's only 8, but believe it or not, that little guy was great with the ladies. Of course, when you're crying as much as he did about absolutely everything, someone's bound to give you a hug just to try to shut you up. This kid broke his left arm a year or so after this picture. Every kid in his class signed his cast. Most of them wrote things like, "I told you to shut up, but you wouldn't listen," but they signed it. is the point. Find it. This is actually from my baptism when I was 8 years old. My family wasn't religious. They just went through extraordinary circumstances to get me to take a bath. This is, again, from my baptism. My parents were proud of me for committing my life to Christ. My brother, however, didn't love how quickly they brought me up out of the water. He rallied for like a 4 or 5, 6 minute holding under the water policy, but no takers, unfortunately. I was baptized on Easter, which was fitting because the minute the congregation saw me walk out there to be inducted into the church, they did their best Jesus impression and rose up and disappeared, never to be seen again. You can see how big and dorky my glasses were back then, before models and Instagram thoughts culturally appropriated the look. But those glasses were heavy on my nose, which is why in puberty my nose grew so much to support the weight, and subsequently most of the weight on my head, actually. He was a ridiculous goofball with bad hair and no job. And 31 years later, he hasn't changed at all. So he's still up for adoption if anyone needs a project. He's constantly working on it. What you can't see is my brother and sister are also in the picture, and they actually look pretty ridiculous too. But I thought it was only fair to only roast one dingus at a time and let those two keep their veil of coolness that they're still living their lives on. But we all looked pretty ridiculous, honestly. Yeah, I think that's actually about it. This kid is ridiculous, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to look at his dumb little nerdy face and look at his grown poor impression. Thanks a lot, guys. Everybody else,
Sam. Sam, do you have anything you want to plug before you get out of here?
The Actor's Worst Nightmare on Instagram and Facebook, all that stuff. It's a great show that if we're ever back in the real world, we'll hopefully be at the Pit again. 2 actors doing completely different plays and an improviser making it all up. It's a pretty cool show. So The Actor's Worst Nightmare, check it out. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks for being here.
Ronnie.
Guys, give it up for Sam.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, we are going to move this along, and we're going to read some more tweets. With that picture again, the picture that will never go away. This one is from A Good Piece of Sass, and they say, Ronnie is holding up 2 fingers, showing how much he charges for hand jobs. And TJ Helm says, you're gripping your board so hard, I'm worried for your dick. But he spelled board wrong. It's B-O-R-E-D. So good try, TJ. Good try. Guys, our next comedian is a writer, comedian, singer, songwriter, cannabis reviewer, and the host of Gen's Booty Earthquake Show. Give it up for Samantha Jane Guerowitz.
Woo! Hi.
Hi, how are you?
That's not. Oh, there I am.
There you are.
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Oh, okay. Fine. Be better than me.
I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine.
Great. Thanks.
Are you ready to roast yourself?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've had enough therapy.
There it is, and there we go.
There I am. I grew up in Florida. I think that's like all you need to know for a roast. I was obviously super emo. Wrote so much poetry. Thought laying on train tracks would be cool somehow. I probably saw it on a CD cover or something. Yeah, I just had too many feelings for like one teenage girl. And I wrote poetry because I didn't realize until much later that if you learn to play guitar, you can get away with writing poems, but they're cool. So that's what I was going to do is I wrote a song now as an adult that can play guitar like a teenager would play guitar. for the teenager I used to be. So I'll just play that. And it's suddenly kind of relevant again because, you know, angst never goes out of style. You and I are gonna die. Mom and Dad are gonna die. My dog and my cat, they're gonna die. Everyone at Wellington High, oh yeah, they're gonna die. So why do we even bother getting up each morning? I just wanna stay in bed and journal for a while. So why do we even bother getting up and trying? It's like life's a hamster wheel. Oh yeah, we're going nowhere. My favorite bands are gonna die. My kid's 6th period science teacher, he is gonna die. That guy in the Die Hard movies, yeah, he is gonna die. And everyone on Road Rules and Real World is gonna die. So why do we even bother getting up each morning? I just wanna stay in bed and listen to In Utero. So why do we even bother getting up and trying? It's like we're dogs on a treadmill. Oh yeah, cute but pointless. My best friend Katie's gonna die. Leonardo DiCaprio, oh, he is gonna die. My favorite TV actor, Jonathan Brandis, well, he already fucking died. And everyone who's been on The Bachelorette is gonna die. And everyone who's been on Survivor won't survive. And everyone in LA is gonna die. And everyone in the USA is gonna die. Zoo is gonna die, and I am gonna die one day.
Woo! Yeah.
Thanks. It's true. It's art because it's true.
I feel like you wrote that for me.
Thanks. I wrote it for all of us that were in poetry club. I also wrote, quarantine has, like, literally turned me back into teenage me. Like, I can't go anywhere. I'm just home being, like, moody and like, the world is pointless. And, like, me and my friend Mark just get together and walk around drinking beers, feeling like real bad kids, like, just wandering the streets at night. So I wrote a song about that, and I figured I would just play that also, because then I didn't have to write something new for the show.
I love it.
I'm a lazy bad kid. Great. I'm just that kid. Yeah, delinquent. I smoke too much weed. I'm such those atonal endings because it's like punk rock.
It's so punk rock. I feel
Punk
like
rock
you
is trying
captured
to
my
be-
entire youth just now.
Oh, good. Yeah. You're not from Florida, too, are you?
No, I'm from Connecticut, so even worse.
Oh, wow. It's okay. I was technically born in Massachusetts, so...
Oof, sorry.
Don't judge me. We were New Yorkers. It was a mistake. We were too close to the border.
All right, before you get out of here, is there anything you want to plug?
Sure. I am at Sam Sweets on the Twitter and the Insta. Follow me for fun stuff like songs and shows. And if you're in LA, I'll do Gen's Booty Earthquake show at the Pack again eventually. There's old episodes on the Pack Twitch. I was doing it every week. And then I needed a break. So it'll be back at some point.
Good. I like to hear that. Thanks, Samantha.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Bye. All right, guys, we're going to go back to Twitter on this one. Whoop, not that picture. Go back. Nope. All right, I got to hire a tech person, which is sad because in real life, my job is theater tech. So I am failing miserably right now. All right, some more Twitter tweets about this guy. This one is from Lunatic Fringe, and Lunatic says, if this picture appeared as a missing person on the back of a milk carton, Ronnie's parents wouldn't even want him found. Oof, that one hurts. Mounty Carl says, damn, you look like generic Tony Hawk from Space Force, and you want to be the first person to ride a space crater on the moon. I don't know if that's a burn as much as true. Yeah, I want to ride a crater on the moon. This one is from Sean H. Out here looking like OG MTV fucked a millennial. All right. All right, guys, we are going to move this show right along. Our next comedian is a ginger from Ohio who loves the term self-care and doing things in sarcasm. You could find her at Annie in the City 2020 on Instagram. And Ann Van Epps on YouTube. She also likes reading menus. Give it up for Ann Van Epps.
I'm laughing at my own jokes, but I really do like to read menus. There's just something so, I don't know, being interactive
menus
is hard.
is
Anyway,
fun.
What?
I said reading menus is fun.
Yeah, especially if you're dieting. So yeah, you guys, I had a really crazy morning. I was walking in my neighborhood down this beautiful street with all these Victorian houses, and there were these three unmasked cops coming towards me, and I looked down and there's a giant slug on the sidewalk, and I touched it. It was really dry. So I just put him, I wasn't sure if he was alive, so I just put him in the grass. So these are what my mornings are like now because I don't have a lot going on.
Oh, no.
But yeah, since the pandemic started, I've been, basically what happened is I'm in a throuple marriage with my sister and my cat. And so I try to get out of that as much as possible. And this happened when I was, slide.
Great. I got you.
So you can see this is my cat Ninja Kitty, and that's my sister. It's a fun picture, I think. But basically, my cat's expression, that's how I feel most of the time. Okay, end slide. Slide. Okay, great. Okay. So yeah, a week ago when I was younger, my sister made me, I wanted to go to a protest. And I was really proud of myself because I made a sign that said racism is a pandemic too. And I want to tell you guys that I made that up, but I didn't. I stole that phrase, and I'm an amateur sign maker, so I was really proud of it. But I spelled racism wrong. I spelled it RASCISM, and so I just had to make a big C to encompass the S and the C. And I overheard my sister Zoom chatting with her friends about me misspelling racism, and I'm like, is my sister being racist against me right now because of that I misspelled. I don't know, maybe. So anyway, second slide, I guess. What's happening? Oh, no.
Keep skipping.
Oh.
It skips when I open
okay.
it. There it goes.
So yeah, this picture is of me when I was 12, aka the year I became a woman. And my parents got a divorce when I was 11, and every weekend my dad would take us to the mall, and me and my sister were obsessed with glamour shots. And they were really good at illusion. So it looks like I'm wearing an evening gown. I'm actually just wearing a red feather boa with my training bra underneath. And I think it's less true now, but when I was 12, being a ginger, but it's just called being redheaded or whatever. Wearing all red was a fashion faux pas, but I feel like in this picture, glamour shots just really hit it on the nail. Like she just, went all in. So, you guys, I'm a late bloomer. I got my period that year, but it took me 10 years of wearing a bloody diaper once a month to realize I really needed to learn how to put a tampon in. So at 22, I finally did it. And then at 23, it was the first time I saw a working penis in the light of day. There's a story behind it. The first time I saw a penis, the guy had a hernia. Lost my virginity one, but I didn't actually see a penis until I was 23. That was working. Anyway, So anyway, was that when I was a kid? Are you guys still there? I can't hear anything.
Yes.
Are you guys there? Okay. Maybe I went. I don't know. Too dark. I don't know. But yeah, when I was a kid, I couldn't eat sugar because it made me crazy. But I had my things would happen still. Like I would sometimes, if you guys know what Samoas are, I'd go behind the couch and just eat a whole box of Samoas secretly. My sister was a Girl Scout, so it was easy access. And then also, my grandma would always buy me sugar-free cookies called Frookies. And I would also drink a lot of Diet Coke. Like, as a 5-year-old kid, I had like a elephant sippy cup, and I just drank Diet Coke all day long out of it. But, my grandma, she made me a Diet Coke fiend. But yeah, one Halloween, I think I was like 8 or 9, and my mom was like, told me I could go trick-or-treating with my sister that year, and I was so excited, but not for myself because I still was like, I could be normal, but I wasn't allowed to eat any of the candy. And I was like, I'm gonna go hard on this trick-or-treating for my dad because he would just eat all my chocolate. And then I remember my grandma had this clear glass container in the cupboard of pure white sugar. So after I went trick-or-treating, I ran and just got the sugar out of the cabinet and went into the bathroom and just dumped the whole thing into my mouth. And that's when I realized it was salt. So yeah, my tongue just like dried up like a slug. Full circle, people, full circle. And I just like licked a towel for I don't know how long, and then I just hid the evidence behind the toilet. I was a real sneaky kid. I'm like, but it was actually a fancy cocktail shaker. No, I'm an alcoholic. Salt shaker. That I hid there. So yeah, her nice salt shaker was behind the toilet for God knows how long. So yeah, I guess that was me roasting myself. that was my attempt.
Great job. Woo.
I did it.
You did it. How do you feel?
I don't know. Am I drunk? No. I feel fine.
And before you go, do you want to plug anything?
I'm on a show tomorrow night, but the thing is I can't remember anything about it. I just know that I am on a Zoom show tomorrow. So if you send me a message on Instagram, Annie in the City 2020, and be like, hey, I like your stuff, I want to see it again, I'll tell you, I guess, where your living room it will be, so.
Well, thank you. I look forward to watching that show.
Yay! I have somebody likes. Great. I'm excited.
All right, guys, we are going back to Twitter, and we are going to roast this guy again. Are we ready for... Guys, I got a whole bunch of Tony Hawk jokes today. So Kate Johnson says, hey, are you using the Tony Hawk filter? All right, sick burn. Matt B needs a haircut says, Tony Hawk was never that good, but look at his competition. Ouch. Josh Young says, oh, look, it's Phony Hawk.
Ooh.
Ooh. Alex Ranford just says, Tony Hack. And Ruben Wolf says, Phony Hawk Pro Skater. So, guys.
Ooh, can I do one?
Yeah, sure, go.
Kind of like Tiny Hawk to me.
Ow. I was 25 here, so it was full grown. All right, guys, moving right along. Our next comedian has written for Call It a Night with Julie Stewart-Binks on Fubo TV. Give it up for Mike Sgroi.
Hey.
Mike, how are you?
There we are. Thank you, Ronny, for having me. I love the picture. You look like you're on your way to sell weed to Boba Fett. I think you've proved with that shirt that the earth is flat. So, no, it's actually cool. My cat may hop up here at any point, so don't be alarmed. He used to skateboard as well.
I love it.
Yeah. So,
are you ready to roast yourself?
Yes. I also got the COVID haircut. So, thank you. There he is.
That's a good-looking
Italian
kid.
stallion. Look at him. Look at this little. This is me. I'm about 13 years old, going to opening day at Yankee Stadium, which was opening day of the season in 1994. And obviously, I hired a graphic artist to make me that sign. That is in fact an apple with the Yankee logo on it, not a barn with smoke coming out of the chimney. It's not a secret Illuminati symbol, so that is my artwork. Opening day 1994 at Yankee Stadium was exciting. I got to see Joe DiMaggio throw out the first pitch. And then, like the true Italian he was, he stole second base and sold it out of the back of a truck. So that's how we do as Italians. I also had a little sign, which you don't see in this picture, that said, I hope this sign gets onto ESPN, because there was no Instagram then, and ESPN was the only way you can be a narcissist, get your picture out to the public. Let's see. But this look I have going on, I look like the kid that got beat up by Steve Urkel. The one kid who was beat up by Urkel. Look how thick my glasses are. If I got hit with a foul ball, the glasses wouldn't break. The ball would. This is actually me. I was trying out to be a sabermetric statistician. That's a baseball joke. You know what? Forget using cameras to steal signs. You can use those glasses to steal signs from out in the outfield. That's like magnifying glasses. This was the look I was going for. This was, I'm just going to skip talking to girls until after college. That was the look. The kids used to call me Superman, not because I look like Clark Kent, but when sunlight would pass through my glasses, it would burn the ground in front of me, so it was like I had heat vision. So it was superpowers. right now somebody's probably looking for these eyeglasses as coronavirus protection. Forget the plexiglass enclosures for the cashier. Just use one of my old glasses and germs will not pass through. Now I should note that the hat I have is a snapback Yankee cap, which I got made fun of because the kids said, why don't you have a fitted cap, like this? Why don't you buy a fitted cap? Why do you get a Kmart snapback cap? And that's because my parents were saving up to send me to community college and we couldn't afford a real hat. And then all of a sudden, so I wear the fitted hats all the time now, and then all of a sudden snapbacks became popular and I'm upset because I made it cool before anybody. So just know when these glasses come back in style, I was the first, okay? I want people to know that. Now, if you look at behind the poster, I designed. I designed it I'm wearing a jacket. Well, my mother probably made me wear 2 jackets because mother's logic is, if you get hot, you can take the one jacket off and then you still have a jacket on. So, they always want you to wear a jacket, and this way at the end of the day, if people ask, did you have a jacket on? No matter what, you have to say yes. There's always some I probably have a jacket on under my jeans. That's how much protection I have. Now, cropped out of the picture, you can kind of see his arm on the left is my brother, who was laughing until we told him he couldn't go to the Yankee game. So that's probably why he became a Met fan. So his identity is cropped out. Now, what's interesting about this Yankee game I went to, I had to look this up. I had to do a little research because it's been so long. April 4th, 1994, the Yankees played the Texas Rangers. And it was the Yankees had Jimmy Key pitching against the Rangers had Kevin Brown pitching. Now, Kevin Brown, 10 years later in 2004, would not only pitch for the Yankees, but he broke his hand punching a wall. And I would imagine if he had my glasses on, he would know there was a wall in front of him before he swung. So, obviously 1994 was the year of the strikes. So obviously this outfit and this sign probably cursed the season. So just don't let that go around. I like blaming all the rich owners instead. And I think that is honestly all I have written about this. It was a magical time being 13 and being an optimistic Yankee fan. Of course, they would go on to win, so happy about that. But this was a lot of fun. So thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. I'm a Red Sox fan, and I went to opening day 1998. So,
there you go.
And I jinxed them because they had a bad year that year. So
it's no more opening days from now on.
No more opening days. Although they won with a walk-off grand slam that day. So that day was good. Yeah. Before you go, what do you want to plug?
Let's see. Well, I have a website called notoffthepress.com. So you'll see a lot of my jokes, and it's kind of like, fake news onion style. I post a lot of stuff on there. And then just keep supporting causes to fight racism, and make sure you get out and vote, which is very important. And that's it.
I love it. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.
All right, guys, we are going back to Twitter. Got some more roast jokes, less Tony Hawk ones this time, but still some skater jokes. Christian Halley says, when I skate, I go hard, bro. When I'm hard, I'm all alone. And Isolated B just said, I'll see you later, skater boy. I don't know if that's a burn. I just thought it was funny. Guys, this next person has a show called Jokes from Home with Meyer Chauhan because that is his name. Give it up for Meyer Chauhan.
Woo!
Meyer, how are you?
I'm great, Ronnie. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. What is that microphone?
This is a remote control. It's just like I felt like I had this or the option of using like a Sharpie.
Okay.
Going
I like both. You could switch back and forth if you want.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. When I get tired of this, I'll just use it for sanitary and hygiene purposes.
I love it. Are you ready to roast yourself?
I am ready, yes. Let's do it. I don't need a photo right now, though. I just need to light. So what I'll do is, first of all, it's so good to be back here. I did a show a few weeks ago with Ronnie, and I feel that it's the same feeling, just a different Zoom link. So that's great. I feel like last time when I was here, I didn't do the show correctly or in a right way. The show is called Roast. I got confused with Toast or whatever. And then I saw other comics bringing their like childhood photos, somebody climbing a tree, somebody showing pictures from Halloween. And can we have the exhibit one? Ronny?
Yes, we can.
And
Whoops.
my photo was this one. I just want to take a moment here to also tell you that one of the comics earlier mentioned, like Actor's Worst Dream or Nightmare, that's the show they are doing. Ronny is giving you a sneak peek of that today with his deck. So I love it. So this was the headshot that I used, a headshot or a photo for roasting myself last time, because I didn't know if you do other like funny photos or whichever ways. And then after the show, I was realizing, why did I use it? I felt like it's kind of that Immanuel Kant slip, where it just happens for a good reason, and it's actually Freudian slip. But when you explain it like that, the joke's not funny anymore. But I spent money on these headshots. And when you spend money on headshots, you use any opportunity to use them and showcase them. Because in one look, they also, like the photographer takes multiple photos. Ronny, we don't need the exhibit right now. So we get like multiple photos, and I would like to use them for every opportunity. And once it stops it, because we have it here. So as you can see, like I have printed these out. I want to use these headshots so much so that I actually put the notice of a missing person myself with my photo, this headshot on the lamp post and street signs. Somebody called me and they said, I think we have some information about it. I said, forget about that. Tell me, how did you like the headshot? As you can tell, a little bit of self-attention going on. I need attention, and that's why I do stand-up comedy. I don't do improv, I don't do sketch comedy, I don't do group theater. Next slide, please. I want to show, like, so hopefully, because I did that one wrong unintentionally, I will do this one right. And so this is my photo this time, and I thought like maybe I can talk about this and roast this photo. But after I used it, I have now so much respect for kings and queens, because getting ready for them must have been a full-time job. But it took me hours to just get ready for this photo shoot. They have to manage a kingdom, get ready, or their costume designer. It's just like hats off to them, not heads off. But, yeah, so I took this photo, and this was for my ethnic look. And there is only so much going around. I don't know, like it's not about like Game of Thrones is gonna come back and hire people who look like me. But I have this headshot, so I'm gonna use this wherever, like for the missing person sign next time. I put all these jewelry on it, like because I don't know, what do kings wear? Maybe they wear a lot of jewelry. Before, you know, the British took it over from them in India. So we don't need the exhibit now, because now I'm gonna rant about the British. And you know, like the British were the worst tenants ever. They would come to your place, knock, knock. You're like, oh, especially in Indian culture, we treat guests like gods or godlike. So we treat them well. We like, okay, come in. What do you want? They want a glass of water. Although in their monologue, they are saying like, we are gonna take over everything you have, and you're gonna pay us taxes, and then we will divide and rule. We don't understand that, one, because it's an inner monologue, and two, it was English. We just fell in love with the accent. And three, we love guests. So come in, have a seat. We'll get you water, chai, coffee, whatever you want, with snacks, samosas, pakoras, everything is going on. And by the time we come back with all these snacks, they have already changed everything in the house, the furnishing and furniture. And I don't like the look of the garden. I don't like whatever you have going on in the backyard. tired of all of this at some point after even paying, like you started paying rent to live in your own apartment. That's how screwed up it was. Like the British came and we are paying rent to them for living in our own country, in their own house. So much so that we had to find a lawyer, and his name was Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was a lawyer who came from South Africa, and then we signed a paperwork. And at this point, you would remember or understand, like when you are so fed up in a relationship, you would sign anything. Give me any paper and I'll sign it. So we signed the contract, and the contract was actually of separation, where we were not allowed to use the kitchen in our apartment or the bathroom in our apartment. Why? Because the kitchen turned out to be a country called Pakistan, and the bathroom turned out to be another country called Bangladesh, and the British divided the country into 3 different countries. So, and then the same thing happened, like over and over in history, wherever you go, like they will divide and rule. They will try to do that. So if you are complaining about having a bad landlord, blame the Queen. Mayur John, thank you so much.
Thanks, Mayur. How are you? How did that feel?
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. Hey, do you have anything you want to plug before you head out?
My Instagram handle, Mayur Chauhan Story. Please follow me. That'd be great.
That would be amazing. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to go back to Twitter and roast this guy again. We got a few more. This next one is from Shraven Calagra, and it says, "If how not to skate had a face." All right. Georgie Caldwell says, "It's rude to roast a sick person." Ouch. Guys, our next comedian is a comedian from Denver. Give it up for Jake Hovis.
Hey, yeah.
Jake, how are you?
I am great. I am fantastic.
There you got a spotlight.
Yeah,
There's
there the spotlight.
You got the nice spotlight.
Thank you.
Are you ready to roast yourself?
Heck yes.
All right, we are going to go. There it is.
Hey-o, look at this guy.
Woo!
My goodness, ridiculous from top to bottom. This is my senior picture. So yeah, it should be labeled procrastination because this was the day before it was due. I told my dad, I'm like, yeah, I gotta turn in the senior picture tomorrow, and we went out at midnight and took this picture. Yeah, I'm sitting down here, but I'm 6'8", so I'm a very tall dude, and here I am at the Capitol building here in Denver. We have a step, as you can see below my feet there, that says 1 mile above sea level, and so I'm on the Capitol at midnight, trying to look cool, I guess. With that, it's weird. That step was engraved in like 1901. And in the late 60s, they said, "Oh, you got it wrong. It's actually 2 steps above that." And then, yeah. And then in 2003, they said, "Nope, you got it wrong. It's actually 2 steps below that." So I'm thinking they got it pretty close. I mean, come on. That's good enough right there. But yeah, so I didn't really fit in at school. But for me, it was mostly a physical thing. I was just plain too big. They had those wraparound desks, you know what I'm talking about, where, and it was just easier for me to wear the desk from room to room. I couldn't get in and out of them. But I thought, okay, I'm going to try to fit in. So I actually played some football. That's why I thought I was so cool in this. Play a little football. I was the biggest and the slowest guy on the team. Or what you would call lineman material. And so the quarterback, though, he absolutely loved me. He didn't have to tell me so much, though. That was the weird part. He's constantly telling me. He wrote it in the yearbook. I don't even want to tell you about the tattoo. But every time he calls in a play, it was like 32 blast on 2. Love you, Jake. Ready? Go. So anyway, let's see. I'm wearing a fedora because who's not in 2005? This, I gotta tell you, this look, it killed in youth group. This is I mean, I was given a lot of impure thoughts with this look for the church gals. Even though in this picture I look like I'm taking a dump. I don't know why I'm doing a poop pose. I mean, that's the only way you would like sit like that. That's how it's ridiculous. But I got my fedora from Hot Topic. That's what you do. You buy fedoras at Hot Topic. I also got something else from Hot Topic. I got a 2-day girlfriend. You remember those? You'd have a girlfriend for like a week and a half or like 3 days or whatever, and you're like, oh, okay. You just drift apart because you don't have you couldn't remember her phone number. The thing that I hate about the hat, not only that it exists, but I tilted it. What am I thinking there? That's ridiculous. And I'm like, I got this weird red face. There's not a shadow under my chin. I'm trying to go for a beard. Right? That's my pathetic 18-year-old beard, like casting a shadow. It's not even on my face. It's under my face. It's all of a neck beard. It's ridiculous. And I'm wearing a leather jacket. I just feel sorry for the cows at this point. Right? I mean, there's like 4 of them that had to die to make me look like such a jerk. Just thinking he's cool. I got my contacts in at the moment, and oh man, I don't like touching my eyes. Maybe you guys are into it, but this is probably the last time I wore contacts in my life. I'm just gonna go with glasses from now on. Got a cool tie there, right? The tie looks like you took a flight over some farmland and be like, hey, let's make this in silk. It's got like weird lines in it. What? It's not even a design. It's just stupid looking. But it's covering my crotch. Who does this? Why is this a thing? Got this like bizarre crotch covering tie. And I wanted to make sure to wear a tie because I wanted to make sure the ladies knew I could tie one. Because that's what the ladies like, being able to tie ties. I also hate the jeans in this. Light blue, come on, man. What are you doing with this? I mean, Levi, I blame Levi's, really. I got my pant leg up. One of the pant legs is rolled up. Why are we, this is like so like disheveled and ridiculous, but it's the day before. What are you going to do? You got to do something. Some people rolled their pant legs up because they're selling drugs. For me, that's not so much. I do have Skittles on me at the moment. A lot of Skittles in case you're needing those. Yeah, ridiculous. I got my black Nikes on. I have rigged those shoes so you don't have to tie them. Yeah, so I go out of my way to tie my tie. Don't tie my shoes. I think the worst part of this is where I'm sitting, right? I mean, right below the tip of the tie, you see a crack. I am aligning my crack with that crack. What are we doing with this? Is ridiculous. It's so silly, and it is quite embarrassing. But there you go, a guy who thinks he's cool in the middle of the year 2000s. Jacob.
There he goes. Why is this not working for me? There it goes. Jake, thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you feel right now?
Oh, great.
My goal is to give you guys free therapy, so I hope I'm fulfilling that. Do you have anything you want to plug before you get out?
Yeah, I got an Instagram. You can find that. So if you find it, that's me.
Great. I will plug the link into the chat once we get there. Thanks, Jake. You're great.
Sure.
All right, guys. We got a couple more tweets on the Twitter, and then I'm going to do a set. All right. Are we ready for these last couple of tweets?
Yeah.
All right. This one is from Peter Moran, and he says, "You look like you're sponsored by your mom's basement." I could appreciate that one. Odd Shaped Channel says, the reason Thanos recruits all of his children is because you are his actual son. That one's a thinker, but that one hurt my feelings. And the last one is from Michael McGurl, and he says, you look like the kid whose mom drops him off at the front of a Blink-182 concert. That one hurt because it's true. All right. I am going to now roast myself, and we're going to continue using this picture. Whoops. Oh, no. There we go. Tech. I am so bad at tech, and I went to school for theater tech. So
you're doing it on purpose, Ronnie. We know you're doing it on purpose.
I'm sabotaging my own show because I hate being funny. Guys, if pictures say 1,000 words, this picture makes me want to scream, what the fuck were you thinking 1,000 times? You look like your idea of a romantic evening is jerk off to the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack. The only skateboard trick you ever mastered is never getting laid. Grinding a rail is a skateboarding trick, but it's also what you call masturbating, which you're way better at than actual skateboarding. The Olympics for extreme sports is called the X Games, but it's also what you call your dating life. You've won a gold, 2 silvers, and a bronze in being very bad at dating. You look like you wipe out regularly. Did I say wipe out? I meant to say never get laid. You used to play a game called skate bowling. This is real, where you would set crates up at the end of your driveway, 10 high, 10 wide, and you would skate through them. And it's the only game where everyone who played is a loser. You never kept score because none of you were scoring. In this picture, you're holding up 2 fingers, which is how many times you almost talked to a girl. You are wearing a helmet, which proves you can't stop all brain damage. Tony Hawk started a skateboarding group back in the day called the Bones Brigade, which was also the name of your favorite porn. One time, Tony Hawk did a 900, which is he skated high in the air, rotated 900 degrees. One time, you did a 900 on your SATs, which, if you don't know, is not a good SAT score. Your safety school asked you to reconsider, saying college isn't for everybody. And these are the people that want to take your money. The spaceman on the shirt is like your father because he's embarrassed to be seen with you. They say dress for the job you want. You look like you want to retire from a PacSun. Is PacSun still a thing? I don't know. I should have researched that before I wrote.
Is anything anymore?
That is true.
Pacific Sunwear before.
Mm-hmm. They've changed their name back and forth. Your 23andMe results came in. They say you're 70% slacker and 50% bad at math. You look like you almost lost your virginity listening to Blink-182 until she realized all of the small things. That's a Blink-182 joke if you did not know. You look like the kind of guy who was more upset when Blink-182 broke up than when your parents broke up. Blink-182 has a lyric that says, nobody likes you when you're 23. You look like you've always been 23. You look like the type of person who loves mosh pits, but that's the only time you ever get touched. And all those people are trying to shove you away from them, so... They say those who can't do, teach. Those who can't skate, watch too much Jackass. A few years ago, a bunch of comedians simultaneously used this picture as their Facebook profile, and you didn't get that it was a joke making fun of you. It also is the world's most effective celibacy campaign.
Oh my God.
You look so socially awkward that you read the room at a 3rd grade level. You look like you get rejection letters from jobs you never applied to. You look like you're still waiting for your life coach to put you in the game. You look like you ran a marathon for nice guys and you all finished last. Guys, truth be told, you're a pretty decent guy. Just stop falling off your skateboard and you'll be okay. Guys, that is our show. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Give it up for all of our comedians. We had a lot of great comedians. I'm going to post all of their social media links in the YouTube chat here. Guys, we're raising money for National Bailout, who specializes in bailing out Black women and Black mothers. So we like them very much, right? Give it up for all of that. Great. Bye. Good night.
Great job.